Life without dignity is nothing. It's like a big empty hall. It's absolute void, emptiness. I've coined a phrase for this. Without individual dignity, it's actually a combination of atoms. What is a combination of atoms? You see, I do not know whether your library has this book. Every student of law, definitely all other students also, should read at the prime of life the autobiography of a yogi by Maharishi Yoganand. There he mentions about his grand guru whom he had never seen, Balaji Maharaj. He used to come from death to life because he could combine the atoms that make life. But today we can't do it. Therefore, to add life to the atoms, life to this atomic concept, life to the real robots, the prana, the dignity, the individual dignity which is enshrined under the constitution is the prana of a human being. Without dignity, neither you are anything nor I am anything. We are absolutely glorious nothing. You see, this individual dignity have to have many layers. It can't have, I would say, individual dignity and you will agree. No, don't agree with me. You must learn to disagree, but disagree with a concept of rationality. The rationality behind the individual dignity is, as the Constitution would provide, liberty, equality, fraternity, availability of hygienic atmosphere, and such other concepts. I always tell people our Constitution is compassionate, organic, inclusive, right-based. It includes all of us, all categories of people, bereft of race, caste, creed, sex. All of us are in compassionately. And that is why, the timing was different. It was drafted when the world was drafting the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Let's have a break. I have a small grievance. Against Madam Kiran Ray. I have a small grievance. You know what's the grievance? I have to go to the preamble to emphasize the concept of individual dignity. See, refer to the preamble, did not read the whole thing, but why should I have a grievance? Every grievance must have a platform. I have a platform. I am not addressing the faculty members. They need not listen to me. I am only talking to the boys and girls who are young. No, I mean it, and I am serious about it. You see, there was an American thinker, a great essayist. He really is the maker of modern America. First, you must have the thought, the idea. He said, rise, wake up. You are the Americans. Feel like Americans. Do like Americans. His name was Emerson. One day, Emerson was writing something. He found something else. Then Emerson wrote, please mark this line, why I have a grievance against Ma'am Kiran Ray. Emerson wrote, all my beautiful thoughts, all my great thoughts have been clandestinely stolen by my ancients. My grandfather has stolen my thoughts. Not possible, but what Emerson tried to convey is this. What I am trying to tell you today, what I am writing today, have been written by the ancients, by the other people, other philosophers. Purpose of saying is this, she had referred to the preamble, but I have to refer to the preamble. That's the explanation I gave, nothing else. Now, let's read the preamble. You see, when you read an epic poem, there is an invocation. The preamble is the constitutional invocation of the framework, what our constitution is going to mean, convey, and what really it has in store for generations to come. It's not static that way, but still. We the people, it's not that somebody else giving it to us. It's given by us to us. The people who are dead, the people who are here, and the people who are going to come. Generation to come shall say that we have given this to us because we are the Indians. We the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, ensuring the dignity of the individual and the unity of the nation. The preamble incorporates the basic thought, the fundamental conception that the dignity of the individual. Throughout the layers of the Constitution, the paramount issue that is really prevailing is dignity of the individual. India got independence, Constitution came. The first decision which really disturbed many, but it doesn't hold good now in many spheres, but had certain fantastic passages. In A.K. Gopalan, if you don't know, this will be circulated to you, don't bother, just have the idea. In A.K. Gopalan, we have a concept called Constitution Bench that 5 judges had, and they observed this, about this dignity. I am only on dignity. There can be no doubt that people of India have, in exercise of their sovereign will, as expressed in the preamble, adopted the democratic ideal which assures to the citizen the dignity of the individual. You see, the citizenry, the entire republic assures the citizen the dignity of the individual. You see, this is an abstract idea. What is actually an individual dignity? I try to connect it in my own way with individual reputation. Aristotle has written 2 lines quite beautifully. It has to go with individual dignity. Please remember, you are the young soldiers of law or young soldiers of literature, history, maybe other faculties. Remember what Aristotle said. Be studious to preserve your reputation. If that be once lost, you are like a cancelled writing of no value, and at best you do but survive your own funeral. You survive your own funeral. What else can one say about reputation, which is a facet of individual dignity? You see, sometimes wrongly people feel that individual dignity or dignity of a human being is only associated with life. I'm slightly digressing from the Constitution, but still, I'll give an historical example. The dignity of the dead or the dignity in death is not to be forgiven. Please try to get the idea behind it. Dignity of a dead person or dignity of death has to be kept in mind. I'm talking about two hated personalities of the history now. Mussolini, Benito Mussolini, who was one of the prime movers of the Second World War, was arrested. He and his wife, they were killed with bullets. Their dead bodies were dragged. And women, children, men, they really, what they did with the dead bodies is untold. It can't be spoken. Absolutely, the man was treated with so much of indignity that history would feel shameless one day. Hitler came to know about this, that this is the way Benito Mussolini has been killed. So what he did, he got married. 2 hours before, he wanted to commit suicide. He and Eva Braun got married. They killed themselves with an direction. Just bomb this bumper, destroy this. So nobody can know, nobody can catch us. We still have dignity in our death. We still have dignity in our death. And that dignity in death is also to be recognized as a part of individual dignity. That is why our culture says, do not insult a dead body. And sometimes it is treated as a good omen, depending upon circumstances. I just digressed to take you to the history. In 1973, there was a turmoil in this country. A great constitutional phenomenon took place in the shape of Keswanand Bharti. Most of the judges spoke for themselves, but one idea, apart from the basic structure of the Constitution, that emerged, the various freedoms have been given to individuals, to citizens, but the dignity of the citizen has to be maintained. That's a 13-judge bench decision. Dignity of an individual has to be maintained. That is our constitutional value. That is the constitutional philosophy. You see, whatever the status of a person may be, whether he is working as a class 4, class 3, class 2, or of any high status, doesn't matter. His dignity has to be maintained. You know why? Once a person's dignity is robbed or destroyed or affected or marginalized, he doesn't remain a person. He becomes an unperson, unperson. Such a word doesn't exist in dictionary, but still, to give the vitality to the concept, I'm using this word. A person becomes an unperson or a non-person once dignity is lost. In Kharak Singh, another bench, a constitution bench, the court said, it might not be inappropriate to refer here to the words of the preamble of the Constitution, that it is designed to assure the dignity of the individual and therefore of those cherished human value as a means of ensuring his full development and evolution. You see, now the individual dignity is taking shape. You must understand the development in the constitutional philosophy by the judgments. Now the judges are trying to tell you it ensures the full development of an individual and his evolution. A dignity just cannot be an abstract idea. It must have social recognition, economic status, democratic status. Otherwise, what is it? It's just an idea. It's not an abstract idea. The judges are trying to tell through their judgment it has to be a concrete phenomenon.